Salute to you all. The brave never fall. Hey men, we know when we're doing good. But we know when we're doing good, we also know we can do much better at everything. Good enough is not good enough. There's always another level. And sometimes to get to that next level, we have to admit when we're wrong, especially to the people we're involved with in relationships. One of my favorite movies ever is Vanilla Sky. It's by far my favorite Tom Cruise movie. And that movie is all about reality feeling like a dream and dreams feeling like reality. And being at a certain stature, accepting that, maybe even getting arrogant in it, and then hitting rock bottom. If you've ever seen that movie, Tom Cruise is a millionaire. He's young, handsome, has anything anyone would ever want. He has inherited a company from his father that he runs with a board of directors. So he doesn't even really have to show up to work on time. He just kind of just takes all the money until he gets involved with someone who doesn't really give a shit about all of his money. She doesn't give a damn about any of that. She just wants him. Any which way she can have him. And when she can't have him, she does something drastic. And I don't want to spoil the movie for you, but she basically alters his life in a way where physically he is damaged. Emotionally, he's damaged. Spiritually, he's damaged. He's damaged in every area you can think of. His face has to be reconstructed. He has to wear a mask at all times. A very creepy mask. And it humbles him. And it happens at a time when he met someone who truly loved him for him. And he only knew her for one day. She also didn't care about everything that he had. The money, the cars, the clothes, the board, the job. She didn't care. There was something about him that she liked. But she didn't really know him that well. And he was much more infatuated with her than she was with him. But this other girl, out of jealousy, took even that opportunity away from him. And she died. She's no longer even here to be held accountable for anything. The point is, he later finds out in the film that there were some choices he could have made in dealing with the other girl who was jealous and a little bit, very much neurotic and selfish and only thinking about herself really when it came to him. He handled the situation differently. There was situations where he could have done things differently. The choices and the decisions he made were stupid. He made mistakes. Hey, men, we can do better than that. I know I've made plenty of mistakes where there's things where I could have said something different. I could have done something different, but I didn't at the time. I don't believe in coincidences in life. I believe that we can make a decision, look back on it and say that was a bad decision, but also say it was the right decision. Because even in the film Vanilla Sky, now this is a film. He wakes up at the end of the movie, and the movie also deals with lucid dreaming. And you don't know if he's in reality or if he's in a dream state. But the point is that he has a new chance. Regardless if he's still dreaming or he's awake, he has a new awakening. And he has a new opportunity to think about all the things that he did wrong and now make them right in his new version of himself. Regardless if it's reality or dream, it's a new version of himself. Something that he can commit to, and he still has all his memories. We have to do the same thing every single day. Just because we did something right yesterday doesn't mean we can't make it better today. Just because we did something wrong yesterday doesn't mean we can't make it worse today. We have to actively be conscious of the decisions we're making and how it affects other people. But we also have to understand that we are our own people as well. All of the expectations that are put upon a man, all the obligations, all the priorities, all the things that people expect us to do, all the things that the people who are closest to us in our lives, our spouses, our daughters, our mothers, our grandmothers, all of these people, they are the ones that we have to face and say, I either did good or I fucked up. We have to admit it. We have to move forward knowing that the mistake was made. Did we learn a damn thing from it? Did we do this out of good intentions or bad intentions? Where did this get me? Was it deserving? Hopefully, you are dealing with people who on the other end can understand that you will always continue to make mistakes. But the good redeeming quality in you is that you are aware and acknowledge and accept your flaws and your mistakes, and you will turn them around. That is called trust. We want to be with people who trust us. We want to be with people who have our back, who will not abandon us because we made a mistake, because we had an indecisive moment that they thought should have been very decisive, that we said something or did something in a way that makes them feel a certain type of way. They want to know how we feel about it. Sometimes we're in survival mode. We'll say something because we need to survive to the next moment. Hopefully, you have people in your life who understand that that doesn't make you a cruel, evil person. Being resentful is very, very powerful in the wrong direction. You can do everything wrong and someone will resent you. You can do everything right and someone will resent you. You could be in a relationship with a woman and she will resent you and resent you and resent you and never forgive you and blame you, but she won't leave you. You have to be aware that you can do better. Do not accept. Do not just say, this is the best I can get. When something doesn't feel right, trust yourself. Move towards the easier path, the more clear path. When we start doing that, other people will see, okay, this man has boundaries. This man knows what he wants out of life. This man has purpose. He is not going to run away from me because he made a mistake, because he's embarrassed or ashamed, or he's hating himself and loathing who he has become. He's going to take all that and say, this is who I am and I'm going to make it better. Watch what I turn into. Watch what I turn into. That path is something we can work towards. That path is something that we can build upon. We can take the blueprints of ourselves, man, and now change whatever we want. Just like at the end of the Tom Cruise Vanilla Sky film, we have a new opportunity. The blueprint has a stamp of approval for us to change it. And we can get a new blueprint every single day. The foundation will always be there because we know what we want foundationally. That is the main goal. Know who you are at the foundation. What are you working with? What do you have to build? Where do you want to build it? How do you want to build it? Who do you want to help you build it? Because we can't do this alone, man. We believe we can do everything alone. We do need help along the way. In order to do that, we have to gain the trust of people who are going to give us 100% of what we expect of them, because they expect 100% from us. We can't go to people and say, help me, and I'm giving you 50%. I'm not giving you anything to look forward to. I'm not gonna stand up to my word. No, we have to think bigger. When you make a mistake, you correct it, and you correct it big. It's like interest. I view it as interest. The incentive in making a mistake is that you can make so much more positive things out of a bad mistake than just staying in that mistake. You can gain the trust of people so much better when you say, okay, I made a mistake. Now I'm going to take what I learned and I'm going to build something positive, and you're going to benefit from it. You are going to benefit from my mistake. Think about that, man. That's how you build trust. That's how we get people in our lives to come towards us instead of running away. That's how we keep the special women in our life instead of them jettisoning us whenever we make a mistake and they feel we haven't learned a damn thing from it. There has to be something on the back end. What are we learning from it? We do well, men. We do well, but we can do so much better. Those mistakes are not throwaway, damaged tools. Those are things that we can repurpose, reuse, forge again in the fire. Those are things that we can use to build trust with others that we desperately need in our lives to help us grow. A tree cannot grow without sunlight and water. Some can adapt, but they're barren. They don't live in lush forests. We want to be the lush forest. We want to be part of a connected network of trees that are thriving, not dying left and right, and we have to sit and watch this misery. We want to be around things that are positive, things that are growing, things that are ascending, things that are enduring all of these hardships that we have in life. Because, men, it is hard. But just because something is hard doesn't mean the basic components of whatever it is that is can't be very, very simple. Understandable, clear, focused, full of purpose. That's what we should expect of ourselves. And in return, that is what we can give back to the people that count on us, that look up to us, that are looking at us as the rock and the mountain of their lives as well. We owe that to them. Especially if we want anything in return, we're asking of them something that we know we should be given 100% in return for them in the first place. Let's give them a reason to trust us. Let's give them a reason to be excited to be with us. Let's give them a reason to understand us and forgive us and not be resentful. Starts with us. If we can eliminate that stuff from our lives, hey, men, we got this. Salute to you all. The brave never fall.